Thank you guys. Welcome back to Mikey Speaks. Today's my birthday. 32 years, chapter 32. Um, it's bittersweet this year because 2020 has been a very, very strenuous year for most, to be honest. But me personally, I dealt with a lot this year, but um, I say it's bittersweet because I've learned a lot about myself as well, and I learned a lot about mental health and how does that affect, our community as a whole, and affects myself. But yeah, today's my 32nd birthday. Got a couple gifts from the kiddos. Got me a couple T-shirts, so I'll post that later on for you guys to be able to see me opening up my gifts from the kiddos, man. So that made me really happy because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's family, and that's what I'm all about. Is my family and me embarking on this lifestyle change, and was more so for them than myself, mostly. At first. At first it was mostly for them, and now it's becoming a more of a everybody thing because I'm enjoying the changes that I've been, making in my life, and it's been making me happy. But yeah, so I started off this lifestyle change, and I was weighing about 315 at the time. I'm currently sitting at 240. Like to me, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't really been getting any trainers. Like I make my own foods, and so I really feel good about where I'm at with my progress, and I look forward to you know moving, getting further along. And I want people to understand when I say that, it's a lifestyle change because it's more than just the weight loss. It really was, the mental aspect of it. It was really me being able to, or to be honest, being forced to have to look in the mirror and figure out how can I fix myself. Because, a lot of times you don't even know that you're dealing with things mentally and emotionally and things that are affecting you. You don't even know you're dealing with these things because you've been living in it for so long. You have to be able to take that time to step outside of it and see that that's not who you are. Like you have to be able to step outside of it and hold yourself accountable. Like one thing that I noticed about myself was I kind of like detached myself from a lot of people that would hold me accountable because I didn't want to be held accountable. So I would detach myself from people who knew who I was, before who I was today. So if people would have saw me in those moments that knew me, they would have been like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this ain't you. You need to get your shit together. So what I did was I just detached myself from those people so that they couldn't do that. Your family, they love you and they hold you accountable, but they really, sometimes we, as family, as blood, we just don't want to hurt each other's feelings. So sometimes we keep that away. Like a good friend, they don't really care about hurting your feelings. They just want the best for you. And a lot of times, I had those people around me. I just detached myself from those people because I didn't want to be held accountable. I just wanted to be able to just do me. So it took for me to have to be in a place where I had to step outside of it and be able to hold myself accountable. You like, bro, like what is you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you are allowing these things to affect you because you're not doing the things that you're supposed to do. Like I'm sitting here, like, I never weighed as much as I weighed when I was, at 315. And that made me feel, you know, um, it made me embarrassed about myself, like to be honest. If I'm being completely honest, it made me just embarrassed. Like I didn't want to go around friends. I'll hang around maybe people who knew me at that size, but I wouldn't really hang around people that knew me when I was smaller because I would feel like they would be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck happened, basically? So I just basically kept myself away from those people who would, hold me accountable. So I was able to like be put in a position. Unfortunately, it took some dark stuff dark things that happened for me to be able to be in a position to pull myself out of it and take a look at it. And it's real. It's crazy because I went to jail at one point, and it seemed like I was moving so fast at that point in time, and jail was what allowed me to take step outside of it and look at myself and be like, bro, like you moving too fast. Like you're not gonna be here. You either gonna be in jail for the rest of your life or you're gonna be dead if you keep moving this way. So it's like different speed bumps in your life that allows you to take that time and look at yourself and hold yourself accountable. And you have to take that time to hold yourself accountable, because you don't, you're just gonna go down a road that not gonna end well. So that's what I was able to do. Like I was able to really work on the mental. And it's funny because I've seen like a friend of mine post something that said the weight when he was losing weight, and he lost a lot of weight. He looks really good, and he was like, once he found out that the weight was all in his mind, everything else was simple. And when I read that, I was like that makes perfect sense. Like for me, it wasn't really the weight in my head, but it was the weight of life in my mind that was allowing me to just crumble without me even noticing it. You know, it was the weight of life. Like I was just putting my head down and I was just working and I was just living for everybody else, and I wasn't never really living for myself. I thought that I should do these things and it put me in a place where I was just I guess tired, to be honest, just mentally tired. But that had me able to be in a place that I'm at now, and I still got hella work to do, and mentally and physically, but I feel really good about where I'm at. So that's just been great. But with this lifestyle change, it's definitely been an eye opener, because you know you get a lot of doors that open. You get new comrades, you get new opportunities, and everything, because your energy is different. And a lot of times when your energy is different, people are attracted to good energy. And when you're putting out good energy, you're just gonna accept good energy. You're just gonna have new doors open up for you. Like I said, you're gonna have new comrades. But another thing that comes with that I didn't really expect to come with that was the doors that ended up closing, the comrades that you lose, because, and from my understanding, it's like if Shawana and her mother used to always say, if you know better, you do better. And as you start to grow and you start to understand and you start to do things differently, you start to understand like maybe the things that I was doing wasn't the proper way of doing it, and I should be doing it like this. And you'll have comrades who are still moving the same way, and you'll tell them like, hey, like you probably should do this instead of doing that. But they'll look at it as if you're trying to tell them what to do, or that you're better than them, or you know what I'm saying, you looking down on them or something like that. But for me, I never I never felt that way, because, you know, I look at this though, especially with comrades, like we the same. So I can never look like I'm, you know what I'm saying, look at you like I'm better than you. I can care less if you got $1 in your pocket and I got $1 billion. We came from the same place, so the same way I made this $1 billion, you probably can make $1 billion too if I was able to do it. And that's how I look at things. So I would never look at it like I'm better than, I would never look at it like I'm better than you, but I would want to be able to hold you accountable, because at the end of the day, I'm just as responsible for the shit that you do. You know what I'm saying? Because we comrades. So if you do something that's out of pocket, and you don't feel like it's out of pocket, but I'm like, bro, like you can't be moving like that no more. You gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do differently because we grown now, and I gotta be able to hold you accountable. And if I'm not holding you accountable, then I'm responsible. And you can't move like that, because if your energy ain't matching, if our energies ain't matching, we have to be able to figure that out. So a lot of times you're losing that person, that loved one, because you have to pull yourself out of it. You know, it's like it's like an example. Like if say like you and your friend or you and your man, y'all go to the buffet all the time. Y'all 300 plus pounds, and like you wake up one day and you like, bro, I can't live like this no more. Like I gotta, I gotta lose this weight. So you start to try to do your diet. You know what I'm saying? You tell your man, like, bro, we should, hit the gym up, bro. Like, we gotta stop doing this, and that. So he gonna tell you, like, he might say, like, what you think you better than me? And that may have you feeling like, nah, I'm not better than you, like, and that may have you discouraged on your journey because you may feel as though I don't want him to feel like, oh, I don't want my loved ones to feel as though, you know what I'm saying, I'm better than them, or I'm thinking I'm better than them, so let me just follow suit. But you can't do that because you have to stand on yours and do what's best for you at the end of the day. And a lot of times, what's unfortunate is when you are growing and you are trying to, do better and move forward in life, a lot of times it takes you to have to be successful for your loved ones to be able to follow you or to be able to listen to you. They have to see the growth. They have to see that the work that you put in actually was productive. They actually produced something. So you have to be able to understand that sometimes when you're doing it on day one, you might not have your loved ones on the same page as you, and they may not want to deal with you anymore because you're acting as if you're better. So you just have to be able to stand on yours and understand that you're gonna get good things as well as bad things, and you just have to continue to pray on it and stand 10 toes down on what you feel is the best for you at the end of the day. So so today, like I said, my 32nd birthday. Gonna do some things tonight with the wife. Gonna enjoy our time today. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. I should see some happy birthday comments in there. So Mikey Speaks.